of tobacco. Anyway, we had a pretty good day. And, I don't know. What else are we thinking about? Oh. I got some wine. A little wine. So we went to the first restaurant, and it was too crowded. Because 'tis the season of everybody coming up out of the valley, meaning Phoenix, Arizona. Like, you don't know where Phoenix is, right? I have to say Arizona. No, it's Phoenix, Milwaukee. You know what? There might be a Phoenix, Milwaukee, and I don't know about it. Anyway, so people from the valley are coming up here now. And if you know anything about Sedona, it's supposed to be all this spiritual place to be. It's about as spiritual as a rock in a desert. There is no spiritual thing. A lot of people say there is. It has an aura. It has this. It has that. Blah, 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 blah. They don't have any of that. Trust me. If you feed into that, that's cool. But basically, it's bull. Except for the Indians spirit thingy that I ran into a long time ago. That was pretty weird. But that wasn't here in Sedona. That was on the other side of the highway, about 40 miles due northeast of here, where we were hunting. And me and a few guys, we were out there, and we're not your typical hunters, like, hey, let's go and get a campfire and get drunk and get crazy. No, we're not that kind of group. We're really serious about what we do. We get up early in the morning and go look. Well, this time it was like about dusk, you know, the sun was coming down. You know how you see the sun's just in that. And all of a sudden we seen this dust cloud, and we thought, oh, it's another hunters are coming out of the hills up here on their ATVs, and all of a sudden it was like these Indians on horses, and I'm going, whoa, I've never seen that before. And they come right at us, right? And they went right through us. And I went, wow, that was weird. That was really weird. But it was scary and weird at the same time, because it was like three of us are standing there, and all these hooping and hollering Indians were native people. I don't want to say Indians, and that's not the right way to say that. But anyway, these warrior guys, Indians on horses, and coming at us with spears and bows and stuff, and we were like, is this real? Are we in like a movie? No, they went right through us. Like, went right through us. It was crazy. It was crazy shit. It was weird. It was just strange. A couple years ago, I went back up there hunting again. The same thing happened, but slightly different this time. This time there was only three of them, and they were coming towards us, and they ran right through us. It was like, well, did that just happen again? And it was like, yeah, whoa, you know, we didn't have our cameras on at the time, because we were already finished hunting that day, and we were coming back, and it was, again, it was like twilight, you know. It's like there's light, but it's not like really bright light. It's kind of twilightish, you know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, that was my scary ghost story thingy. I tell people that all the time, and I've heard other people say the same thing, that they've been around, not in Sedona, but way outside of Sedona, you know. So maybe Sedona isn't the place. Maybe it's outside of Sedona. But everybody says, oh, it's like, ooh, and you got all these crystal places and these psychics, which are not psychics. They're most... What? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Oh, he's got...
Help me find him.
He's got to be around there somewhere.
No, he's not. Come on. Let's find him right now. Here he is. Come on, Rusty. Come on.
The you know, I was thinking that, you know, Sedona is not where it's at. It's across that highway. That's where it all's happening.
That's where we'll have to camp then.
Because it's spooky as heck over there.
Yeah, that's what I like, spooky. Spooky
You know?
works for me.
You know, it's like, I mean, twice it happened.
Really?
Yeah, twice.
You never told me that.
Well, the second time we didn't have like a whole herd of Indians coming out. We only had 3 that time.
What'd they look like?
They were warriors.
Well, tell me what they look like.
Well,
Feathers?
Huh?
Feathers?
Feathers, paint.
Paint? What kind of paint? Yellow?
No,
Blue?
it was white.
White paint. Oh.
White stripes.
Oh, that's scary.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah, they're going to kill you.
That's right.
No matter what century you're in, they're going to kill you.
Well, they're Apaches. They're not Navajo or Hopi. They're Apaches.
Really?
Yeah, the Apache Indians are running around out here all the time.
Yeah, he couldn't remember. He's getting old. Once he got here, he walked to the front, and then he was walking around underneath the house, and he couldn't understand how to get back up. So he's baby now. You can't just let him run wild. You know, he can't remember.
Well, he's getting old.
So are we.
I
They
can't-
had blue paint on,
No, it was
not
white.
white. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, I mean, I was saying, you know, like, everybody's saying there's an energy here. I don't feel it, but I do feel it when I go over there, because I've been there, and
Yeah,
it's,
maybe because they're after you. It's aggressive energy.
well, not necessarily aggressive. Maybe I'm just in tuned.
With your own energy. The earth, we are the earth. We are everything.
Well, how
so
do you explain 2 of my other friends that don't give a bebop about this stuff, and they see the same thing,
well, it's a good thing.
you know?
Well, that confirms it. You're all insane at the same time.
We're all insane at the same time.
That's very good.
Maybe we should lay off the whiskey.
Maybe you should get the same cell in a nut house so you can expound.
No,
Make
I've never
sure
seen anything up here.
No, I agree with you. You know, there's certain places and pockets, and this is a lot of Indians lived here, and things do have a rippling effect. There was this accident in front of this woman's house, and a little boy got killed. And every year, 2 o'clock in the morning, full moon, they hear that screeching car and the little boy crying, and they recorded it and everything. So there's loops. There's, you know, they can't get out. It's kind of like, I don't know what it is. Just like you're stuck.
You know, I've gone to the library and I've gone around looking to see if there was any Indian attacks,
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty.
but there's not a lot of documentation on
Of course. That's why it's not going to help you, the library. You don't know. I could hit you in the face. You think anybody would ever know it? No.
Indian. Well, if you hit me on the face on YouTube, it'll be there.
I know, but it's not recorded, half the fights that went down. They didn't even have cameras back then,
No,
okay?
I know they didn't have cameras.
Well, then how are they going to record it? What if no one won?
Well,
Who's to talk about it? So that's not going to hold anything.
I know. That's why I can't find anything. Did you?
It's because there is nothing.
There's nothing there.
It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, of
It
course
just
it
means that they didn't have the cameraman there at the time, and
or
the
somebody writing
newspaper.
it down.
or the newspaper, and I don't think the Indians could write. And it probably, if they did put it on a rock,
Well, no,
it
no.
probably evaporated.
Well, of course they wrote. They did in you know,
Listen, it
picture
doesn't-
graphic
What?
stuff.
camera can pick up sensitive stuff. They're sensitive instruments. Okay, you can re-record that. I can go there with my my two things I have, we can drone it, and we can record it. We don't even have to talk about why wasn't it. If it's a loop, it's viable.
I'm sure it still goes out there, but because 2 years later, that's when we went out there and it happened again. But this time it was only 3,
Okay, well, it doesn't
not
matter.
a bunch.
Let's go back.
You want to go back there?
Tomorrow, we'll camp there for 2 or 3 hours with my car,
Well,
no RV, and we'll just, sometimes even if we don't see it, the camera picks it up.
Yeah, but it's right at twilight, just as the sun's setting. You know how that is?
Yeah, I know. Been there.
You want to do that?
Sure. Come here, Rusty.
We're going to do that.
Okay, I think we got all our equipment. Why not?
Well, drone it and film it.
Yeah. And then if the drone goes down, the camera can tell us where it went down. Right, Rusty? He doesn't hear anymore, so he was having fun. And then he decided all of a sudden to go back, and then he couldn't get up a rock, so I had to grab his little behind and push him up. He was like sliding backwards down a waterfall. But I saved him.
Did you get saved?
I saved you from
You got saved
the
at Bear
dry
Dog?
waterfall.
Huh, Bear Dog?
He looked at me like, help! Help!
You're just getting old, that's what it is.
But he trusts us 100%.
Of course he does.
Doesn't he love it up here?
Of course he loves it here. He
We're
loves it up in Flagstaff, too.
Not like here. This is like vacation from Flagstaff. If we lived here all the time, we'd go up there into your little manna cave, and that would be our vacation.
That'd be our vacation.
I like this one.
I like this one better, yes, I do too. I think I'll stay here, because this is much better.
Yeah, it's a little bit nicer. Just a little bit, especially the bathroom.
Well, living in the woods can do that to you.
Hey, do you want to take a really nice bath in a jet tub?
Sure. Would you guys like to see us take a really nice bath?
No, him.
Jesus.
I already took a bath today. He's the one that is obviously needing it.
I don't... Excuse me?
You smell good. I like how you smell. I like that musky smell scent of your animal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Manly man smell.
Exactly.
That ruggedness of that permeates from me.
You know what's funny?
What?
See that green thing that goes down, and then the next one is orange, but then it turns into purple, then it turns into semi-purple, and back into orange. So somebody did a bad spray job. Do you see?
Oh, I
See
see.
the
Yeah,
trim?
I see
Because I'm
the
thinking
trim.
maybe it's the sun.
It's not the sun. Somebody
No.
screwed up.
Somebody but screwed up. Maybe they meant to do that.
Could have
Because
been.
it's such a clean cut, the green. But they could have just put the green on after that. You know
Why
what I
don't you
mean?
go lay down, Bubba?
So maybe they meant to do it. What do you think? I think they did. I think they were pretty anal. They were both surgeons. The kitchen, when you open up the kitchen drawers, just give it a little push and by itself shuts.
I know. That was awesome.
So it's precision. So they were anal. So that they did that on purpose. You know why they did? Because it fades out the purple to the same place on both sides.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay, there's an artistic design here. They really love this
So
place.
why were you complaining?
I wasn't. It was an observation.
Oh.
I wasn't complaining. I
You're
see
an artist.
things.
You're an artist. You should go, oh, that's so artistic.
It's a work of art. Well, I had to study it before I could,
Then why were
make
you?
a judgment.
Well, you did make a judgment at the beginning.
Well,
You go, look what somebody did. Look at the crazy...
Yeah, all right, because I'm the house painter as well as an artist, so I'm coming at both ends. So
Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Okay. So anyway.
Where were
Oh, I was talking about why we didn't end up at the doggy restaurant, which is a cool restaurant, by the way.
So you want some ice in your wine?
No, I'm good.
Take one.
So I was saying that is because you said it was too crowded.
Yes. And too expensive. Okay, I paid $12 for lunch. They wanted 20 for something that wasn't fresh and interesting, like a fresh
On top of
catch.
that, his thing is 18.
Oh, forget it. We would have had to go into debt. We would have had to refinance the fifth wheel.
Because, yeah. Yay.
Hey.
Yeah, his freaking dinner or his lunch was $18.
I'm glad we skedaddled.
I never looked at it because last time we just paid it,
Of course, we don't until the bill comes, and then you get indigestion.
And then it was like, but then I looked at the menu and I went, 18. I never remember paying $18.
And you can't get a parking place.
I never remembered us paying $18 for
everyone's
his
piling in to get ripped off.
bison extravaganza
No,
meal.
it wasn't bite. It was venison.
Oh, was it venison? Oh, venison, yeah. You don't need venison. You have squirrels to play with and eat.
But he knew to stay. He knew this was the house. He stayed around here, but he never came back to rescue me. I was pretending that I was in trouble, and I just faded out. I went to hiding behind a tree.
Oh.
He never came. He was lost trying to find the stairs.
Oh.
So it's like,
But
no.
he needs a day to...
His lassie days are over. He is not going to rescue anyone.
No, he just needs some time to get reacquainted because, you know, it's been what?
Yeah, but a young
It's been
dog
like
with,
4 months since we've been up here.
with 2 eyes would probably do better.
Well, he's got an eye and a half.
Okay. I stand
And
corrected.
a good nose.
A pink nose, because
A
I
very
put
pink nose.
my cherry chapstick on it.
But
He looked really funny after that, didn't he?
stop laughing at me. He's going over there saying
It
stop
matched
laughing.
his bandana.
Oh.
Bandana.
He got some makeup.
Danny Danny.
Well, anyway, when we go to Talakapaki and we go, I mean, when we're there and we have the fish and chips, we've never gone wrong with that. I mean, it's never been bad.
No.
Never. I mean, and for the price, I'm thinking that's a better price.
Yeah, I like the fish there. It's fresh. It's not been frozen.
It's,
you can tell. It's, you know, they just, I don't know where they get it from, but it is not being shipped in, that's for sure, and that's life. That's what you want. By the way, I bought a lot of fruits and vegetables so that we can start eating more life instead of more death.
Well, I'd rather
Less
eat
meat.
life than death.
Well, people eat death every day. Every time you eat meat, it's dead. And it has, you know, all kinds of crap in it. Everybody knows that.
Well, that's why I only buy, when I go buy beef, I buy real beef. I don't buy that.
Yeah. Processed.
I don't buy processed meat. I go to the butcher where I know that I'm getting real beef. You know, I'm not getting store-bought beef.
Right.
Not to say that all beef is bad. I'm just saying that I know when I go to get beef, I know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. His knife.
It's good. And it's nice. It's good. Where's that beef?
No, the thing is, you know, they say that there's these fields, these miles, acreage of roaming cattle that people come in and they just massage these cows, right? And then finally, you know, when they relax enough, boom, they never know what hit them. They just shoot them.
That's
After
their
that-
happy ending.
And then they think, we got to pay $30 for that. I'm like, why? They were relaxed. That's what they told me.
They were
in
relaxed
Vegas.
when they died.
I swear to you, they told me this in Vegas. That there's no hormones. It's like the best grass, the best wheat,
And
the
we
best
have
everything.
these women
you know.
that come out there and
Yeah,
massage
and
them.
then these masseuses come out and to keep it tender so that when we eat it, it tastes better. This is the truth. And so we paid like $36. Can you imagine? Do you feel good now, honey? Oh, good. Boom!
Here's your happy ending. Bing!
I'm relaxed.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's true. I couldn't make this up. This is too funny to make up.
You know what? A cow doesn't need to be massaged to taste good, okay?
I agree, but you need to tell the waitresses that.
I have to cut that one out.
Cody
That's way over
Took
PG.
some of my pubic hair and cloned it.
No. Anyway, so who the hell would go out in a frickin' field and go rub a cow?
That's what they tell you in Vegas.
You know what? I get
I'm
up
like,
at,
why should I pay
I get-
$35?
you know,
$36
being
for
around a
this.
lot of cattle, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't ever run it. Okay, you know what? I like that beef. I'm gonna go up there and rub it.
Yeah.
It's, what are you doing? I'm
Tenderizing
tenderizing it.
Tenderizing it, exactly. Let's hit it with that little hammer with all the little pointy things
You
in
know,
the
they'd
ends.
be saying to me,
Yeah.
what the hell are you smoking?
Yeah. What the hell are you smoking?
I'm smoking an oak and cherry flavored tobacco, which is awesome. It's very good
I'm
stuff.
glad you found your perfect blend.
I did. I found a
Blend, I should
actually,
say.
it's a double
I wanted
blend.
to say brand and bland. Ooh, something's on his eye.
No, it's a skoogie. It's a skoogily. Yeah, okay, I'll get a wet rag and we'll take it off. Okay, I know. I'm not touching it.